What's going on, guys? This is the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I'm here with my boy 21 Crump, and we about to get we about to get Crump tonight. 21, what's going on, man?
Hey, look, man. I was just sitting here and I was just doing. I've been. Look, man. This gets me every time. Let me tell you what, Mike. Let me tell you what's got me fired up.
Okay.
Today. What gets me every time is when we ain't got no game. And I hop online and I see a bunch of BS directed towards Kentucky. Oh, look, man. It's super hard to beat a team 3. Look. Bama did it. Okay, and here's another thing, Big Mike. I actually saw a stat that was if teams get a sweep on a team inside of the regular season, they actually have a 70% chance to win the third game.
Yeah.
So, the odds are in our favor right now.
I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
That's right.
That's exactly what we doing, man. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys for jumping on with us for a few minutes tonight. Look, when the Wildcats matter of fact, do we got a game this week?
Oh, we got a game Friday.
Who we play? We
play the Volin Frauds, dare I say.
And what event?
In basketball, baby. What we're known for. Come on. This is the basketball state. This is the bourbon state. This is the bluegrass state. This is the winning state.
Tennessee, here we come.
Yes, sir.
I don't look, just for tonight, I don't want to be humble. Hey, just tonight, I don't feel like I want to be humble. I feel like Big Mike should let loose and just be excited about this possibility. It's Tennessee. Who are we talking about?
We met the threshold.
Yeah.
We met the threshold already. A Sweet 16. This is kind of what the fan base is expecting. We've ran multiple polls on the channel. We know most of Big Blue Nation expected a Sweet 16 this year. Now that we're here, we see the big ugly orange, and this is personal. This is personal now. It's not even about, we got to get further than this other team. It's about taking Tennessee down.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
This is what we live for as Kentucky Wildcat fans. This is the excitement that we get up in the morning and that we smile about day in and day out. We look forward to these moments, and it's here. And we get to go play Tennessee in the Sweet 16. Woo-hoo, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, 21.
Look at Kentucky Brick practicing his good hygiene, making sure them hands is washed and hitting that like button. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Hit it, baby. So I appreciate that. This is always an exciting week building up to Sweet 16 Elite 8. The following week is always nerve-wracking with end in sight. Let's enjoy the moment. AFO, me and 21 and I, we was talking about that. And 21 was saying the season's almost over, bro. Like the season's almost over, and that's sad. I'm not talking about like just losing a game. I'm talking about just the season we could keep playing. The season's eventually going to end, and we just I don't know if I'm ready for the season to be. This team has been a lot of fun to watch. 21.
Man, this has really been one of my favorite teams ever, man. I've loved and cared about every single. It's not that I don't love and care about every player that comes through Kentucky, but this team has just been special. Dare I say this team has been remarkable.
Yeah.
Remarkable. And
all right.
Look, man, it's something else, man. With all the drama that we've had for the past year and all the ups and downs and all this other stuff, man, it feels good to be on the right side of history right now. It really does.
So we got our first real discussion tonight before we get in and before we go further in the show. Craig Blanton, thank you for throwing up his comment right here. He says, I'm going to disagree. There is no way fans expected or even hoped for a Sweet 16 after 0 players and coach to start the year. Sorry. Do you guys buy that? Are you guys buying this? Or are you guys selling this? We need to start having a segment called that. Buy it and sell it. Buy it and sell it. We need to start. We come up with a couple of questions or whatever, and we can ask the fans, if they buy it or if they're selling it. So are you buying or selling that know that there is no way fans expect it even hope for a Sweet 16 after 0 players and coach to start the year? I want to hear what you guys have to say. What was your expectations? Look, if you ask BC's expectation was Elite 8, Final Four. And I guess that's just because we're Kentucky fans. 21, how do you address that?
Look, man, I've been all over the place this season, I'll tell you that. But I will say there are definitely a couple of episodes where I said this team has the potential to win a national championship. The fact that we have a super veteran heavy roster really makes a difference this time of year, which as Kentucky fans, we know that to be true from the past 5 years with full freshman rosters. Yeah. So, look, I think the general consensus from the polls that I've ran during our live shows and that kind of stuff, most people expected a Sweet 16. My expectation was that Mark Pope was going to get his first tournament win. That was my expectation.
Well, and in the book, check it. Yep. Well, he got that, and then he was like, I'm not satisfied with that. I got to go get another one. And here we are in the Sweet 16. And, I think there's some truth to what Greg said. I think there's a lot of fans out there who wasn't really expecting but see, here's the thing on this, guys. People who wasn't, and Greg, I want you to comment on this too, if you're still with us. Even the people who did not expect us to go to the Sweet 16, if we would have, as Kentucky fans, if we would have lost in that first game, people would have been upset. Regardless if you were, even if you wasn't expecting Kentucky to go to the Sweet 16, people would have been, those people who wasn't expecting really much of nothing, they would have been upset if we lost the first ball game. I think we can all agree on that, is that Coach Pope, like 21 says, I just want to see you get your first NCAA March Madness win. And I think a lot of people kind of like, he got a win. Yeah. Now what can we do? We won in the round of 32, made it out the first weekend? Yeah. Let's go see what else we can do. So now all of that is actually coming up. So
yeah. Man, I love the breath of fresh air this base has in it right now. It is so infectious. Everyone that I talk to here in Lexington is super ecstatic about this, and they think they can win the whole thing. And look, y'all, it's not that crazy for us to be sitting here in the Sweet 16 talking about how it's possible that we could actually win this whole thing this year. Of course, Austin Vanderpool said he's not buying it. Fans hope for a title every single year. Look, no one's arguing with that. Absolutely, we expect a title every single year. This is Kentucky, dog. We got more wins. Like, how many categories do we lead in wins? In just wins, whether it's national tournament wins, SEC wins, whether it's just regular season wins. We all just do that. But I will say though, man, it's the Sweet 16. We only have to win 4 games. Tell me this team is not capable of winning 4 games.
We have all the pieces, man.
Yeah.
And I said this on the last show as well. I sat down, and when I think about who we have to play and who we have on the team, it's like we have the guys in place if they just show up and play every single night. We have the guys, and yes, we got beat by Bama 3 times this year, but I still don't think Bama's that much, in a sense, better than us. We just got to buckle down, and if we can continue to play defense the way we've been playing, maybe we can have a shot at even beating Bama if we run into them on the other side of the bracket. So anything is possible right now. That's for sure.
Guys, oh look, Vandy Kristen came up in here, gave us some props.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Vandy. Thanks, Mr. Chris. I appreciate it.
Well, Sunday, congrats. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I mean, it's, but he also goes back. Vandy Chris says it's not capable of winning 4 games with the injuries you guys currently have. I don't know because we beat Tennessee without Jackson Robinson. We beat Tennessee without Kurt Krissa. And now Butler's back in the lineup and he's playing stout defense. And even, look, we haven't even talked about how good defense the Brea's playing right now. And last time I heard, people said Brea's he's not a very good shooter. What? Dude's lighting it up right now. And if we can keep that up, then, just to flat out and say that Kentucky does not, and so I'm not sure if you guys are aware or not that they rank the top 16 teams right now left in the tournament. Did you know about that?
Oh, yeah. I know what our rank is, too.
They put Kentucky as the 11th best team in the tournament right now. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't get paid a whole lot of money to come on camera and give my expert opinion. I'm not an expert. I'm just a fan who loves Kentucky. But come on, are you guys really gonna go out on a limb and say that that 10 of the 16 teams left in the tournament is legitimately better than Kentucky? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
With being the 11th, we're since we lost to Ole Miss, we're the 11th best defensive team. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, I tell you what, we are number one in.
Yeah.
We're number one in being disrespected. I tell you that. I tell you that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Nobody says throw out the Ole Miss game and Kentucky top 12 last 2 months. I mean, we was horrible in that Ole Miss games. I just think look. I mean, I can come on here and I can talk about Arkansas, which we will here in a few minutes as well. I can talk about what Duke is doing. I can throw shade on all these teams and tell you exactly why these teams can't beat Kentucky. But it's a matter of just going out there on the court, tipping the ball up and playing. Anything out there is possible. I mean, let's be real about the situation. So just to flat out say that Kentucky can't win it all. Now, am I going to sit here and say that I think Kentucky's going to win it all? For me, it is really, really, honestly, just one game at a time for me. And I try my best not to get ahead of myself. But it's ridiculous to think that Kentucky doesn't have what it takes to make a deep run past the Sweet 16, maybe even get into the, even maybe get into the Final Four. You never know. So, I'm not going to just sit here and just say that Kentucky's that bad that this is the end of the rope for them. If they lose to Tennessee, you know what? We still had a great year this year. But I ain't ready. I'm not ready to just throw in the towel yet either. Wow. Why would I want to do that as a Kentucky fan, just throw in the towel? I understand that it's a possibility. That's me being a realist. But it's always possibilities. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Big Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't really known what our team is because we've only played 7 games with our team fully healthy. And look, man, all season we've tied the record for wins against top 15 teams this season.
Yeah.
Come on. It's like, who else do we have to dog walk for y'all to believe in us? Like, I tell you.
I don't know, bro.
And look, I'll buy the argument that we can't beat Bama, out of 4 games. We can't beat them one time out of 4 games that Bama's had our number.
Yeah.
That Bama is just a good matchup for, against us. I'll buy that argument if you'll turn around and say the same thing about Tennessee and Kentucky. If we've had Tennessee's number and there's just no way they can beat us because we're a bad matchup for them, I mean, I'll buy the Bama argument and I'll eat my humble pie if we meet them in the Final Four. But until then, you can't tell me otherwise because this team punches above its weight class every single time.
Yeah.
I think the only 2 opponents that were ranked higher than us that we didn't beat was Bama and Auburn. I think that's it. I mean, everyone else that was ranked above us, we beat.
Yeah, I think so. I think you might have to stop giving up 100 burgers to Alabama to think you have a real shot to win a night or a natty. I mean, We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. No one thought we was gonna be here. So the while being a realist, I understand it, and there's no issues with that. I just think that it becomes a point where you got to say you at least got to give UK some credit and says if they show up and play really really great ball, there's nobody that they can't beat who's in the Sweet 16 still. I mean, sometimes you just got to go and you just got to say it. The same thing with Arkansas. Arkansas was a dumpster fire, and now look at them. During the Sweet 16, we didn't think they was even going to make the tournament. Now these guys are freaking they're still in the Sweet 16. The way these guys are playing, they may be in the Final Four. People might not want to hear that, but it's a real possibility. And nobody thought that these guys was going to even make the tournament earlier in the year. NIT for best. So people sat here and they wanna just throw shade at this team or that team or whatever. But that's why, you know what I'm saying? But that's why these guys are still playing in the Sweet 16 and all the other, how many teams, somebody do the math for me. How many teams I put out? And what is it, 68 teams? And then 16 left too? All the other 52 teams are at home right now watching us play right now. You know what I'm saying? So don't just cut us off. The country is not doing us any justice. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Because they giving us some locker room material.
That's right.
And they're showing and they're telling us to our face that you guys are not good enough. That no matter what you guys do, you guys are not good enough to go further into the tournament. That's fine. Keep talking your smack. Keep telling us what we can't do, and we'll show you. It just is. We keep finding a way to win ball games. At 21, if I'm correct, isn't that what this is all about? Win and advance? Yeah. That's it.
That's right. You know what
I'm saying?
What's his name? Cat Williams said it.
Yeah.
Hey, they got all the best players. They got all the best equipment. They got this and they got that. But meet us on that line.
Yeah.
See what happens. Meet us on that line. So I agree with that, man. You can have all the stats backing you up and all this other stuff. But look, when it gets down to it, you got to play us for 40 minutes.
Yep.
You got to play us for 40 minutes.
I like this comment by Stephen Abner. Didn't Arkansas only score 14 to 16 points in the first half against one of the worst teams in the SEC now during the Sweet 16? And that's my point right there, man. Like look, we have beat Tennessee already. Look, Jackson went out and that Jackson played some part of that Tennessee game when we went to Knoxville. He went out of the ball game and we still beat Tennessee. He didn't play it the second time against Tennessee and Butler was still banged up and we still beat Tennessee. Why can't do it again? Like for real. Like look, this is not me being a Kentucky homer. This is not me just loving my Kentucky Wildcats that much. Like I'm legitimately saying there's an opportunity in this world, in this time frame, for Kentucky to three-peat on Tennessee this year. It just is. It really is. And it's the same way with Bama. It could be a quadruple win for Bama if we have to see them again. It's just what it may be. But hey, we're already playing with house money right now. So everything else that we do moving forward is just extra and just extra ice cream on, with your apple pie.
That's right. That's right, man. Ain't no pressure on us. Ain't no pressure on us at all. We've already met most of the fans' expectations. Look, if you're expecting a national championship this year, you are what makes Kentucky Kentucky. Okay? You just are. Okay? But look, man, in the grand scheme of things, you're not going to be super upset if Mark Pope doesn't take it home in his first year. He doesn't have Rick Pitino's players like Tubby Smith had. Okay? But look, man, I think when it gets down to it, when we start talking brass tacks, we play better as underdogs. And like you said a little while ago, they gave us plenty of material to work with all week long, man. Yeah. Most of these ESPN analysts thought that Illinois was going to dog walk us, man. And I'm telling you, we kept them like a good team should. We kept them out of reach the entire game, wire to wire. man, they spent the whole game trailing. Like, I mean, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right, man. All we got to do is just go out there, get Rick Barnes fired, and we good to go.
That's it, dude. It's just getting fired. Okay, Friday Night Lights, baby. I mean, this is exciting for us, and this is when we first started out the season, we just want a team. Can we win a game? Can we win a game in the SEC tournament? Can we get past the first game? Not the first weekend, but the first game. And now we're sitting in the Sweet 16. So excuse me if I'm overly excited about my Kentucky Wildcats, because I am. Yeah.
Can I, sorry to interrupt, Mike. You know how I am. Can I, for a second, talk about our bracket challenge and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So those of you all that made it in time to our original bracket challenge, so when it was picking the entire tournament, I know I just put out a link in the chat for the Sweet 16 Redemption Bracket Challenge. We'll get into that here in a little bit. There's no prize offered with that. But the original one that we put out, if you made it in and your bracket ends up winning, I have a gift for you. Look, to the winner of our bracket challenge, I've got this signed Andrew Carr memorabilia right here that I got from some NIL stuff that I did with Club Blue. Look, man, if you win the bracket challenge, this is coming to you. We'll just put it like that. So we'll have all the details ironed out and that kind of stuff, of course, after the tournament is over. But yeah, whoever has the best bracket in our group will be getting that. But yeah, I actually probably need to go in there and pin that link.
Probably so.
Here, I can't pin it. I'll post it again in there.
And you know what? I will. And you know what? Also, for the winner, I'm gonna do something too as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something for the winner too as well. If you
Loyal BBN merch,
hey, I'm gonna get somebody. I'll send you a T-shirt, a Loyal BBN fan T-shirt. Okay. 21 kind of beat me to the jump when he came up with it, and he kind of volunteered to give you guys something. And I definitely appreciate that. But I do feel obligated that I need to do something too as well, since it is a Loyal BBN fan challenge, and the winner will be getting a free T-shirt from the show, and I will send it directly to your house. Okay, cool. I forgot to get it. Yeah. So if you're in the original bracket, remember that if you win, you will get a T-shirt from the Loyal BBN Fan Show. So 21, thank you, thank you for putting that together, and that's a good idea right there.
Hey, one fight, one big Blue Nation, brother. We all in this together.
Got 17. We gotta find that one. I love Greg Blanton. He said Colin Chandler scored 0 points against Tennessee. Brea had 18 and Jackson Robinson got 17. We got to find that 17. I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I've been with you for 3 years, Mike, and I ain't never got it. I did get a nice score, though. So I'm sorry, Smitty Chris. Thank you so much. So I should have had some for our SEC group. I wish I would have knew about the company first, and I definitely would have got you guys some T-shirts. That right there would have been dope for our SEC channel. But yeah, I mean, we do got to make up that 17 points, and I feel like let's be real. Collins wasn't the same Collins against Tennessee as he's playing now. Yeah. Okay, and I think Greg, you can agree with that too as well. He wasn't the same guy, and if we can get our bench, to make up for those 17 points, I feel like we'll be okay. But remember, if I'm correct, somebody correct me. But did Jackson Robinson play in the second time against Tennessee? Because I don't want to. I mean, somebody can fact check me, but I'm not sure if Jackson Robinson played in that second game against Tennessee. So somebody can help me out with that if you can. Vanny Chris did. He put a big V on it for you. I did put a big V on it. I got a LSU coin. I got a Arkansas coin. I got a Tennessee coin. I got a Kentucky coin. I think I got an Auburn coin, and I got an Alabama coin. I think that was all of them that I got. I got a nice coin too. Sending Barnes. He did.
He did not.
That's what I
play the second time.
So let me get this straight. 21. Robinson didn't play the second time. Did we win that game?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Hey, I'm gonna throw this out there. The Blue Magic player of the game.
Yeah.
Blue Magic, the guy who's gonna step up.
Yeah.
Be Ansley Almanor. It's about that time for the silent assassin.
Because he was real good in game 1.
Yeah, it's about time he pulls that shank out and stabs someone in the back again. It's about time.
Really did, dog. Really did. Absolutely. So, no Butler plays. Butler played the second time. And how many points does Ziegler have in that second game? I'm just curious. How many points did him and Lanier have in that second game?
They probably shot 8 for 1,000.
Let's see what they got, man. Yeah.
Ziegler actually went 7 for 11 in the second game with 17 points.
Okay.
And Lanier went 3 for 13, 0 for 7 from the 3 with 10 points.
Okay. Yes, Butler did play the second time against UT in Rupp. And Ziegler had 17 points, but Lanier only had 10. First game, Lamont and Carr was out in Knoxville, and we still won the game.
Yeah,
dude, like, yeah. I mean, it's once again, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Let me be the first to tell you, but I think the Cats is going to show up, and I think these guys are going to be ready to play.
Look, man, I talk a lot of trash. I know I talk a lot of trash. I eat a lot of trash that I end up throwing out there. I put my foot in my mouth more times than not. But look, man, I don't care if it's Tennessee and it's Louisville and it's Duke or it's Kansas. Dog, I'm betting on Kentucky. I'm sorry, I hate those teams. I just do.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing any of them can do to get me to. I tell you, Pat Kelsey for Louisville. He's making it hard for me to hate him. He is.
Why's that?
He's just a really nice guy.
I got you.
He's like Mark Pope Jr.
Yeah, Butler and Chandler. See, what I like about what Greg Blanton's doing tonight? He's throwing out things that would be like, well, hold on for a second. Kentucky might not be playing that good after all. But then he turns right around and then shows me exactly why Kentucky can still beat Tennessee again. I appreciate that, man. For real. I appreciate that. Tennessee has problems with our multi-snipers. And I think that's the big thing right there is. And everybody wants to rave on how good that the defense is for Tennessee. But then they fail to want to give props to maybe how good Kentucky is. I mean, we can go in there and we can shoot ice cold. You never know. But you also never know. We could go in there and be red hot because I think our guys are going to be ready for business, bro. These 21, when I say that this is a business trip, these guys are treating it as a business trip.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's they've got a redemption arc, and here's the thing, man, is that our players know that if they lose, it's the last time they will ever play in college.
Yeah.
Most of our players know that.
For real.
And I tell you what, that is a big time motivator for, hey, if you win the game, you get to play another game. If you don't win the game, you're going home. You might as well get ready for the draft and see if you're lucky enough.
Yeah. They got Tennessee. Right now, CBS has Tennessee as a 4.5-point favorite.
Disrespectful.
Man, I don't know what we have to do, man, to get some spec. So 21. What else? Can we beat NIL deal? Get Amari to dunk. So yes, I did a video, guys. I'm not sure if you guys seen this floating around on TikTok and Facebook or whatever. I should have put it on here too, but hey, I just posted it in the long video as well. And basically, I was pleading. If you've seen the video already, please just to just use the phrase dunk if you've already seen the video. But I put a video out and I was like, Amari Williams, please. Just dunk the ball. Just dunk it. Like, you're 7'1". Just dunk the basketball, dude. Please. Just put the ball in a hole. So it was a lot of people that agree with me that he just needs to dunk the ball. So let's see if he will or not. Nobody.
So we all, pretty much everybody in here thinks that Kentucky's going to beat Tennessee. I haven't seen any Tennessee or Orange sympathizers in the chat yet.
Yeah.
So moving on from the Tennessee Kentucky game, who you got with Houston and Purdue?
I'm going with I'm hoping for Purdue.
As a Kentucky fan, I am hoping for Purdue.
I am too.
I love Purdue. I love everything about that organization. Their fans are awesome.
Yeah.
But, if Purdue beats Houston, it's going to be like off of the last basket. It's
okay.
I don't think Purdue's going to come out there and be leading by 7 to 10 points the entire game. I think it'll be hard fought, and we'll just have to have a really good game out of Braden Smith for them to beat Houston. I think it's more likely that Houston wins by 5, but man, do not count out Purdue. They are also on a redemption arc this season. Everyone's been talking about how Zach Edey is the only reason why they made it anywhere last year, and they've got something to prove for sure.
Yeah,
now, so
they are 8-point favorites over Houston. So let's see how that actually falls out. What's your next one, man?
All right, so the next one, we'll go up and around like that bracket. So we got BYU and Bama.
I think Bama's a little too much for BYU. I pick Bama in that ball game.
See, I personally, I think BYU's is a sleeper, man. They are a sleeper. I mean, they could come out there and be on fire, So
yeah.
Man, I mean, the logical part of me is screaming pick Bama, but I don't know, man. Let's just I'm gonna take BYU just
oh wow, okay, wow,
be like that. It looks worse on Kentucky. It looks worse on Mark Pope if BYU makes it.
For real. That's true. Like what happened? But then if BYU wins and Mark Pope wins, then it's like, I guess it worked out for everybody.
I still think it looks bad just because we haven't gotten over the Alabama bump. This season. So, I think it looks kind of bad. But anyways, I'm taking BYU over that.
Absolutely. Okay, your next game.
Duke and Arizona.
I got Duke. Duke is killing it right now, bro. And I hate to say that, but Duke's. Yeah, Duke is killing it right now. I'm going with Duke.
Man, for the first time in this tournament, Duke is going to have to play a real team.
Yep, that's true.
They are not going to be playing some little second string, hey, we gave you the cupcakes and all this other stuff. Zona's a real deal right now. Give me Arizona. I do not believe in a freshman-led team anymore. The past 5 years have proved that to me.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Duke in that ball game.
Okay.
Hey, this question's for you. Would it bother Pope more if BYU or Arkansas went farther or neither?
I mean, we're the only team in the Sweet 16 right now that is in the Sweet 16. We're the only team ever to make it to the Sweet 16 with zero returning scores from last year. And so, I mean, I think that I'm happy. I'm
happy with that.
It is what it is. I think it was you, Afio, that came in here and said that it was Gary. Gary Nipper said we're playing with house money. We talked about that last show. We are definitely playing with house money now, and everything else is bonus at this point. We've shown that we've got a winning culture and we can make it. So.
Yep, that's how you all break it down right there. Okay, what's your next one?
So I think it's Auburn and Michigan.
Okay.
I'll say this, Mike. This is so wild.
Okay.
But every single game in the Sweet 16, is an upset alert. Every single game is an upset alert.
This is really good game. This is some good games this Sweet 16, bro. There's some real. I mean, there's no real Cinderella teams in it. If you want to look at a Cinderella, maybe BYU, maybe Ole Miss. But I don't know if you can even call Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss still had a quality. They still had a quality win, so it could be. But for that Auburn and Michigan game, Auburn's an 8.5 point favorite. I'm going Auburn, man. Well,
I'll take Auburn too.
Yeah, but I will say this. I think Auburn's, if they mess around, they ain't gonna be around. I'll just say that. Yeah.
Auburn's had some scary games this season, man.
Yep.
South Carolina is really scary. The South Carolina game was really scary for them. They only won by 2.
Yep.
So I mean, and they had some other big scares, but and I mean they lost to Duke too. And look, man, I just think Duke's so overrated, man.
Yeah.
It's probably my bias.
Yeah.
But, man, I just really think that they just ain't played nobody for real.
Well, they've been blowing people out. That's for sure. That's. I mean, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, what's your next one?
Ole Miss and Michigan State.
I'm going with. I don't know who to go. Michigan State. They got good guard play.
So does Ole Miss.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say that. If it comes down to a physicality game, being real physical, Ole Miss is completely tested by being in the SEC. So I'm going to be biased, and I'm going to go with, I don't know, man. You know what? Michigan State's got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got Ole Miss. I've got Ole Miss.
Okay.
And we'll get to why I got Ole Miss on when we get to the Elite Eight.
Okay.
Right, moving on. Florida and Maryland.
Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah, I got Florida. well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about we got to turn it our doubters into blue. Here's the thing about Florida and Maryland. I don't know any. I don't really watch any other teams, to be honest with you. But I really don't really keep any eye on Maryland whatsoever. So I don't really know. I know Florida knocking out UConn was a big task that they passed the test. So I'm going to go with Florida. Florida, I mean, Florida's still one of the best teams in the tournament still. So I'm not ready to root against them right now.
Yeah, I say Maryland barely beat Colorado State. They only beat them by 2 points.
Okay.
Last round. So.
Wasn't that in overtime, I think? Did they go in overtime?
I don't know if it was overtime. But if what that tells me is that Maryland's gassed. And look, I know they've got a whole week and all this other stuff, but look, man, they're gonna have to really, really, really get energized and be on their best game to take out Florida. And Florida is just a big task,
Yeah, they won by 1 point against Colorado State. Yeah. I mean, that's close. That's still close. It is. But I got Florida in that ball game. Cool. And they are a 6.5 point favorite, rightfully so.
Texas Tech and Arkansas.
If Arkansas is going to lose, they need to go ahead and get beat. And let's see if a 3 is stronger than a 10. So I'm going to go with Texas Tech. But Arkansas is playing good ball, and I don't know if Adu is playing that game or not. So that's a big question.
Yeah, I'll give Arkansas their respect. They're definitely playing really good. They're great defensively. Most Cal teams, most of Cal teams are just naturally gifted on the defensive end just because of how athletic they usually are. So, it's going to be a good game, but I just feel like Texas Tech has a lot of firepower, and I think if they catch them on a good day, it's going to be a tough task to try to take down Texas Tech.
One thing that I'm noticing about the Texas Tech and Arkansas game is each one of the categories of points, rebounds, and assists. The leading guy for both teams, out of both teams, they all go to Texas Tech. So let's see. Let's see how that goes as well. I would love to have a UK versus Arkansas championship game. That would be good.
I said this to a guy at work the other day. He's been a lifelong Kentucky basketball fan. And I said, look, you being a lifetime Kentucky basketball fan and being double my age, you know that's how these things work out. That Arkansas and Kentucky could be the championship game. You know exactly that's how things work out with our organization, you know? So it's not the craziest thing in the world to me that we get some drama like that, you know? Yeah. I mean,
I would love to see Arkansas again. I would love to see those guys play again. So I'm actually gonna go with Texas Tech this ball game. And I don't want to say I want to see Arkansas lose. I just don't want to see them win.
Yeah.
And they actually play after. They play the day before us. So. That's just if they lose, then that's a little bit more pressure for us to absolutely win that ball game, so we can go further. But hey, if we go 6-16, they do. It is what it is. But I definitely got I got Texas Tech to win that ball game.
Man, all right. So I guess we're moving to the Elite Eight now. Let's see. So Elite Eight, you had Kentucky, of course, and then you had picked Houston, right?
To win it all? To win that ball game
against Purdue.
I think I did. Yeah.
Okay, so you got Kentucky or Houston in that? Look here. Hold on, Hoggy Red. Look, still cow haters. Look, man. Look. I just said I'm gonna give y'all's respect. Look, man.
Arkansas is good, man. Arkansas, look, I'm not hating. Arkansas is a good team. I'm not gonna lie. I just think Texas Tech may be a little bit better than you guys. But
yeah, you're the one that's lurking.
Yeah, but with Adu playing, that changes some things. It really, Adu's he's a big time player. With him playing, Arkansas. And they got Boogie Flynn too playing. Arkansas is fully healthy now. Now they got their 7-8 man rotation back. Everybody's in the ball game. Anything can happen. I'm not hating on Cal. Believe me, Cal does not live rent free in my head. Believe me when I tell you that. I don't care.
Yeah, Cal's made me eat my lunch this season. I'll take that. But that doesn't mean that just because Cal's made me eat my lunch this season that I think I beat Texas Tech. Texas Tech's a Final Four team for me. I mean, am I just supposed to bet against myself?
Yeah, there you go. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think our players would be invested in that.
I would really love to play the Hogs again. I'm not. Yeah, I think we are a much better team than what we played when you guys came to town. I think we're a much better team than that, and I would love to see you guys a second chance. I really would, and I'm not saying now. It's only two teams that I don't want to see until the very end, and that's Florida and Duke, and I'm just being honest. But if I had to go out and play Arkansas tomorrow, I would have no problem with that right now. I'm not saying we will beat you. All I'm saying is I ain't scared. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going back though, you Kentucky and Houston.
Yeah.
What did you choose?
I think I got Houston for that ball game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got Kentucky and Purdue in that, and of course I'm taking Kentucky.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So going back up, you picked Bama. You had Bama and Duke in this.
I'm picking Bama. I think I picked Bama in that game. I think I did.
Okay. And then I've got I had Arizona, I believe. Yes, I had Arizona and BYU. So I had both of the top seeds going out.
Okay.
I guess give me Arizona in that, between Arizona and BYU.
Okay. What's the name? If Arkansas gets to Florida, Gators will get beat. Arky will slow it down to a crawl just like UConn did and make them hate life. Hey, not if Calipari's on the sideline screaming, go, 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 go. You won't be slowing it down. Cal's not much of a slow it down kind of coach. If you, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things in life, but Cal's always one thing: go, push it. Let's get up down the court. We got to get it. We got to get out in transition. We got to get some fast point breaks. We got to go. And if that's, I don't think you're going to take Calipari, who doesn't enjoy playing zone, and just tell him no tonight. I think you should slow the game down. That's just not how Calipari works. And I don't think that right there would be the case. But that would be a very intriguing game to be able to the West Arkansas. Ooh, man. Yeah.
Austin, you are 100% right. I do have the ultimate upset bracket.
Yeah.
Look, Austin. What I'm doing is designing the perfect bracket that gets us in the championship game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Hey, as they say, speaking into assistance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But man, Kentucky, we're both in the Midwest. Who's else is in the mid? Okay, Houston and Purdue, and these guys are in the South. So, I mean, we could be sitting in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, we could be sitting. I mean, we've got a good draw, man. We had a good draw, and man, all we got to do is win against a couple tough opponents. And we're there, and we've done that all season. So I'm just betting with us, you know.
Yeah. Yep. Hoggy Red. I mean, he understands what I mean. Cal's not going to slow it down. Cal's not going to slow that game down against Florida. He's going to run, and that's the only thing Cal does is run. You know, that's Cal's. We're going to run. We're going to run all game long, and that's just the way that he does it. And I don't think he's going to change that for just one game just because it's Florida. So but yeah, 21 got a good bracket. What else we got? 21. What else we got? Right. 21.
All right, so moving back over to the other side, before because we just established our Final Four picks for this one side.
Yeah.
But you had Auburn and Michigan State.
I got Auburn again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would agree with that if I had Michigan State. But I've got Auburn and Ole Miss, and I do look, man, the SEC tournament, Ole Miss was just a basket away from really sending Auburn packing.
They sure was. Yep.
That's the whole reason why I've got Michigan State. Losing to Ole Miss is because I think Ole Miss is looking ahead and being like, look, dog, we got to win this one. We got to win this one, and we got to come out and we got to we got to come out and hit some shots. And then, what do you know? We're right there with Auburn again, and we know we can take those guys out. So, that's why I got that.
Yeah.
And then going back down, you had Florida and Texas Tech, same as me.
Florida.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Look, I know I've got an upset bracket right now. I know I've been picking all these upsets, but that one right there, I think Florida and Texas Tech, I think that's the perfect team to take out Florida is Texas Tech. I really do. I mean, if you just look at how Texas Tech plays, man, they can come out and just dynamite people, boys. I mean, I'm not saying Florida can't. I mean, of course we know Florida can just flat out just shoot the ball on folks, but man, I've been a Texas Tech believer all season, man.
Well, don't stop now, Dan. With how chalky the first two rounds was, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another Final Four without a 1 seed.
That's what I think.
Oh, Florida at Kentucky for the national championship game. Would you be nervous for that? Look, I got a question. If Kentucky makes it to the championship game, would you be nervous? Or would you just, huh?
It'd be a home game for us. I ain't nervous.
Hey, 21. Hey, next topic because I'm already nervous. I'm already nervous, man. I'll be a nervous wreck, bro.
Look, I'm a True Blue fan. I know you a True Blue fan. I'm not. But look, man, there's just something about Kentucky. You expect us to win every single game that we play. Nothing else. Is the win not expected? It is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So why be scared?
Well, hey,
I look at it.
I have to be honest because I'm scared. Okay.
Yeah. And look, here's the thing, man. if we lose against Tennessee, the worst thing about it is that we lost to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I got to hear it from Tennessee fans.
Yeah.
But man, any of these other teams in the tournament, I'm okay with losing to them. I mean, it is what it is.
I don't want to lose to Tennessee. I don't. I don't want to lose to Tennessee. And after that, it is kind of what it is. Then, we got more house money. If we beat Tennessee, we got more house money. So here's the thing that I need people to understand is that while we may be a little nervous about who we may be playing, I can almost guarantee you that the way that I'm talking about since March Madness has started and the way that Kentucky has been playing basketball, teams don't want to see Kentucky just as much as some fans feel like that maybe we shouldn't be playing them. Teams looking at Kentucky playing basketball right now and they saying, how do we guard these guys? How do we slow down this offense? Period.
I agree. Nobody wants us. Nobody wants us. I guarantee you every single Volunteer fan was sitting there in Tennessee watching the Kentucky-Illinois game and being like, come on, Illinois. Come on. We fighting for the Illinois today. But nah, it didn't happen that way. I know as soon as they saw how that game was playing out, they're like, man, we got to play them again.
Got to play them. They had their Bibles praying and everything. Come on, Illinois. Let's knock out Kentucky. We don't want to see those guys again. Believe me. We don't want to see them again. We know who they are. We know what they're capable of. And Rick Barnes, he's somewhere off praying right now. He's out there on the phone with the Pope asking him to pray for him. Yeah. That's real. You can play with anyone in the country. And on our healthiest day, ain't nobody. And I don't have my blue goggles on. My blue goggles are gone. I don't wear that. But I strongly stand behind that statement. Is that based off since the tournament has started, we have played just as well as anybody in the country, and we can, and we have the possibilities. We have the possibilities to beat anybody that gets in front of us, because in March the regular season is over, the conference tournaments are over. New ball games, it's a different level of pressure. It ain't like the regular season where I play you on a Tuesday night and I lose. I get to get back up on Saturday morning and I get to get ready for another game. This is different. We all know this. And during March Madness, special things happen. And that's why they call it March Madness, because the unexpected seems to always happen.
Yeah, I will say though, Mike, if Arkansas beats Texas Tech. If Arkansas beats Texas Tech, I mean, I think they got a real good shot at going to the championship.
They won't get past Florida.
I mean, they almost beat Auburn, and I can't remember if they played Florida this year. Let me see. Let me go look.
Yeah, they played everybody this year. Schedules. They played.
They did. They beat Arkansas by 8.
71-63.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of a close game, man.
They beat them at Arkansas too.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is if they played them at Florida, the score would have been much higher. Like yeah. I'm just saying. Adu played, Knox played, Thero played, Boogie Flynn played, and DJ Wagner, Brazil, Big Z played, Richmond played. So they was healthy that ball game. They was healthy when Florida beat them. So man, yeah. I mean, if I do think that they could potentially beat Florida if they got to play them again. I do see where like Vandy Chris has been saying that, but man, I really like Texas Tech going to the championship game. I really do. I really like that. Okay.
Texas Tech. Let me see. What was they this year? They was what? They was 27-8 and second in the Big 12. They definitely beat down Kansas. They lost to Houston. They lost to Arizona. They lost some close games. What was their worst loss? They lost to Iowa State by 1. They lost to UCF by 4. They lost to Texas A&M by 5? Who else they lost to? They lost to St. Joseph's by 1. So I mean,
when they've lost barely.
Yeah, some of these games.
It's been like an off night for them.
Yes,
but
yes, that's correct.
When they win by double digits. I mean, it's crazy.
I look for Big Z hitting the portal maybe the end of the season. Something has been telling me that. I mean, his minutes at times has been limited for him in Arkansas, but he's getting pushed around too much. And, Adu, he has been playing really, really good ball these past couple of ball games. So with him playing the way he is, even though Z is a good outside shooter, better than him, it's hard to take that big guy out of the game because we know he's going to be a lot more physical than Z is, and it's just a lot of physical bigs out there. And while we appreciate that you can hit a 3, we got to be able to stop somebody too.
Let's get back to our Final Fours.
Okay.
So your Final Four, you have Houston, and you took Bama between Bama and Duke, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so it would be Houston and Bama in your Final Four.
I got Houston.
Okay, I've got mine is Kentucky and Arizona. So
okay,
Kentucky.
That'd be a good game. I think Kentucky fans will reminisce about the Arizona and Kentucky game years ago.
I think Kentucky and Arizona are both the most slept on teams in the tournament right now. I do. I think they're the underdogs. I think Arizona is definitely really disrespected right now. I do, and so I mean that's going to be a tough game for us if we do get them.
Okay.
But I think the matchup favors us. Going over to the other side, you've got Auburn and Florida, right?
Yes, I do. I got Florida in that ball game.
Okay. I've got Ole Miss and Texas Tech. I'm taking Texas Tech.
Yes, you are.
That means your championship game, you've got Houston and Florida, right?
Yes.
So
I think yeah. I got Florida winning it all.
Okay. I've got Texas Tech and Kentucky. Give me Kentucky.
Yep.
Give me Kentucky. That would be a really tough game.
I like yours. You say that's the only time you're picking against them?
No, I'm still picking Kentucky.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's the only time that you go pick against
Texas Tech.
Yeah. That's the only time. Hey, it's an exception to the rule. It's the addendum to the rules. You know what I mean? So
blue goggles.
Blue goggles. I mean, look. If you're a Kentucky fan and Kentucky makes it to the championship game, and if you ain't believing that Kentucky can win the ball game, I don't know what to tell you. Because at this time, it don't even matter if, in a sense, now I want people to make sure that they put this in context. It doesn't even matter if we make it to the championship game and lose, because we wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be quite remarkable.
It'll be really, really Kentucky wins all. We flying under the radar. We cherish the underdog role. Well, hey, Clint Smith, as 21 just said, we're flying under the radar, and we are the underdogs, and we like it that way. A lot of locker room material for sure. So, man, dude, this is
Hey, y'all, has anyone made it over there to that Sweet 16 bracket link that I put in? Let me see.
I'm trying to see if it's working. Make sure my volume's turned on a little bit.
Here, I'm going to post that link again.
You know what I've been listening to a lot in my car, man? I don't have cable, but me and my wife, every time we ride down the road, you know what we listen to on iHeartRadio?
What?
Snapped. The podcast Snapped. And it's some pretty crazy women out there, bro.
Oh, yeah.
There's some pretty crazy women out there. Oh, yeah. I look at my wife, and I'll be like, if you have any issues with me, you could just tell me, okay? I'll go. Okay.
Let me look it up. Hey.
Well, because you know that there's a TV show called Snapped, and it's about women who kill their husbands. So, yeah.
is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So so we don't have cable, so so my wife, she really enjoyed that show when we had cable. So now that I was like, I hope you're not trying to get no details on how to take me out because I am your friend. So, yeah.
Hey, baby. hey, you know I love you, right?
Just want to get that out there in the open.
I want to get that out there.
I can't play perfection. Hey, look at VC. VC, come on, brother. You slow your roll. All right. Look, it's not about me going out. Hey, BC, it's not about me going out here and just saying. It's not about me going out here saying that I'm going to go ahead and just put Kentucky on the national chip line. I understand that these guys are going to have to play perfection. We're going to have to keep teams. We got to turn teams over 14, 15, 16 times and keep our turnovers down. Under double digits, and we got to hit our free throws, and we just can't have dumb fouls. We got to keep everything has got to be almost perfect for us to get to that line. But it's not impossible. It's not, because the thing about it though is, while we still got to take care of what we got to take care of on our end, we still got other people taking care of knocking other people out. So we might not have to deal with that. Say like if we don't want to see Florida again, somebody might knock them out, and it makes our job a little bit easier. So if everything the stars have to line up for us to be able to win a national championship this year. Everything has to. I'll be the first to tell you. That's why it's one game at a time, win and advance.
Yep, that's all we got to do. Is just play for 40 minutes, play our game.
Yeah.
Minutes, and just try to win. And that's it, man. You just got to do that 6 times in this tournament.
Yeah, just like Kentucky wins and loses, I don't see Florida losing. Florida's a dang good team, man. I was so happy. I was so happy that they knocked out UConn, because I did not want to see those guys do a three-peat. I just didn't want to see them three-peat.
Yeah, you won't catch no argument from me about Florida. Like, you're just not going to catch any argument out of me, man. They've proved time and time again that they know how to win ball games. So,
Yep.
Like I said, I personally am just picking Texas Tech because keeping with the theme of my upset bracket, I mean, it is what it is, so. So
let me ask you this question. First of all, I don't want to contradict myself of saying that this is the tournament now. It doesn't matter what happened in the regular season. The regular season's gone now. But we beat Florida. Missouri beat Florida. And when we beat Missouri, I'm just saying, anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. When Hurley, when those guys lost, look, he was emotional because he loves his players and stuff like that. But you could tell he was sour that he got beat. You could tell that he was a little. Excuse my language. He was a little butthurt. Excuse my language. He was, and he was very visible about that too as well. Look at all those teams we beat as an 8 seed in 2014. Is there anything wrong with just dreaming? If you dream, but you keep everything into perspective, you're not going to be disappointed if your dream of winning number 9 doesn't come to pass, because you knew it was going to be a hard task anyway. You knew, as 21 mentioned earlier, we had a team that started basketball this year with 0 points. So we was just looking to see if we can win an SEC game, maybe a March Madness game, and here we are now with a chance to go to the Elite Eight. So how can you not? Why stop dreaming just because the obstacle looks too hard? Come on, man. It's not too hard. You know what I'm saying? What if what if Walt would have said, well, the task of building Disney and all this kind of stuff right here, it's just too hard, and it's just too much to go through. How many people would not be able to go to Disney World and have and make dreams come true? You just got to dream. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what if our founding fathers never? What if they were like, yeah, British too hard to beat?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The
I mean, dog.
the red coats. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
It's
that's
just
what I'm saying. Like everything that we know about
yeah,
about our society is all about
yeah,
being an underdog.
yeah.
So
Me drink me drinking water is hard, but I drink it. You know,
yeah.
you just got to keep moving. And you got to see what happens. But excuse Big Mike language, but Hurley was a little butter. I'm sorry. Excuse me for my language, man. He's probably over there laughing. And so that's probably funny right there. I probably got to do a sound bite for that one. But yeah, man, we just got to see what's going to happen with the Cats and everything. And you know, I think that's what I wanted to hear when people were saying Sweet 16. Well, BC, I get what you said, but you got to understand something. We're not. For me, if we lose against Tennessee, it won't be that we're not going to the Elite Eight or that we're not going to be going to the Final Four. It's that we lost to Tennessee. But at the perspective of the year, it's still a good year. And BC, I know that you would never, ever accept people saying that the bare minimum or that the expectations of the Kentucky Wildcats is the Sweet 16. Well, we here and we want more. Is anything wrong with that? You know, I mean, I go to McDonald's and, you know, I get my meal and, you know, I want more. You know, I came to McDonald's because I wanted a cheeseburger. Let me get an apple pie too while I'm here. That's just how it goes. You know what I mean? So Kentucky wins it all would be the greatest accomplishment in Kentucky history with a whole new coaching staff and new whole team.
I agree.
Just Carl Miller has been saying this from the beginning of the year, and he hasn't wavered. Kentucky said Kentucky's going to win it all, and he hasn't wavered at all. And Carl, get ready, man. I'm telling you, if we win it all, you're on the show, bro, for real. I have 12. yeah, you're on the show for real. So, thanks, Carl. I appreciate that. We are in the top. We are in the top 16 teams and proving a lot of non-believers wrong. Haters, hate. Yeah, that's just what they do. So, they just stay the underdog and keep Butler's mouth shut. But is that true that Butler on national TV said that we will win that ball game against Tennessee?
I don't know exactly what the quote was, but he just said what everybody's going to say. We look forward to playing them in the tournament. That's pretty much what I saw. It didn't look like he was talking trash.
But I tell you,
Tennessee fans look for any excuse. Let me tell you.
Yeah, they do. I like what Clint Smith said. He said, if you don't believe in yourself, you're already lost. Pretty much, guys. Really. I mean, that's, in this, hold on 1 second, 21. Hold on. Before this book right here, before I started, this is one of them. That's the other one up there right there. Before I actually wrote this book right here, I lived in, and actually really, well, I guess I was already doing shows and stuff like that, but not at this level, not like that. But I had to write this because I had to tell myself to stop being scared of everything. And when I decided to get over my fears and everything, dude, I started living. And now that we are in the Elite Eight, I'm in fear again. I mean, that we in Sweet 16, I'm living in fear again, for real. So it's just don't nobody hold that against me though, okay?
Oh man, let me ask this question. Just a little bit of a sidebar, but
yeah.
Does anybody in the chat think that that the Final Four is going to have 4 SEC teams in it? Does anybody think that? Right now, there's an opportunity for either Auburn or Ole Miss, Florida or Arkansas, Bama, and Kentucky or Tennessee in the Final Four. Do you all think that we get a Final Four of SEC teams? Because I thought about picking that as my Sweet 16 bracket. I thought about it, but I went against it because that means we have to play against Bama again.
Yeah, all right. Fear. Yes, for real. So actually, he did say that 21. He did actually say that he's guaranteeing a win against Tennessee. You know what? I think I got the bubblies right now.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, looked like he did.
See the quote.
Yeah. Look like I love you, Big Mike, but don't be scared, my friend. So, Butler, has Butler written a check that we can't cash? No. I don't know. No, 21 said no. He didn't even
written blank checks for us. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So, we don't need to give Tennessee, don't care, just Kentucky. We don't need to give Tennessee any motivation. Yeah, I know, right? That's pretty crazy. Those guys are going to come out on. Oh, I just got nervous, bro. This
is what he said.
Yeah.
He said, we're just battle tested throughout this whole conference. The conference was a beast. We had a lot of good teams that we played, but we stayed resilient, stayed together, and it showed today. Everybody was playing with love and passion for one another, and we can't focus about anything but the next game. We just have a lot of love, and we're going to win that game. That's what he said. I mean, he didn't say, guys, book it. He pretty much said it like how a leader should come.
Yeah.
This leader should approach it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're not going to go into that game playing to lose.
Yeah, that's true. Twice on Sundays, what you mean? So, hey, don't get cocky. We got, and I think that's the thing with me is like, I've never been a cocky person. I've always tried to stay humble. So as much as one side of me is saying, man, we get ready to beat the crap out of Tennessee. We're going to win Tennessee. We're going to beat Tennessee. The other side looks at me like, hey, man, slow down, dude. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm dealing with these two personalities on both shoulders, and I'm trying to navigate life with both of them. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I try to stay humble, but I always, in the back of my mind, I always like to say, okay, you know what, Kentucky got this. And I guess I got into Friday evening at what time is the game that day? I think the game Friday evening is going to be at 6:39. So I got it up. So I got up until, matter of fact, we got the tip off of that night is Mississippi State and Ole Miss, and then Kentucky comes in, and then at 8:39, Michigan and Auburn, and to close the night out is Purdue and Houston. So if we win, we would definitely be staying up late to watch that ball game. Everybody would be staying up to watch that ball game. That's for sure. So let's see what happens, and let's see if these guys can go out here. You should know a Bengals fan don't get cocky.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's absolutely right, brother. I mean, but I don't think that was the cocky statement. I really don't. I just don't think that was the cocky statement. It sounded like somebody that really believed in their team. David, I wish you was in here a little earlier so that way you could have picked apart my picks for the Sweet 16. Yeah, you would have hated my bracket, dog.
Well, the last time that David called a score like this, Kentucky won. So thank you, David. Thank you. Because we need to win, that's for sure. So get you, Michael. Auburn plays Florida in the Final Four, and Kentucky plays Duke in the Final Four. Oh my goodness, man! How that's going to be that is going to be one heck of a Final Four. You talking about TV ratings? That would go up so much.
Man, give me Florida against Auburn, though.
Yeah, give me Florida against Auburn, and then give me Kentucky against Duke. And then Florida against Kentucky, they're going to be out for meat. These guys, they're going to be out ready to play. So, we'll see.
I don't think this is such a weird position, man, because even if we do make it to the championship game, of course, all the Big Blue Nation is going to be riding with Kentucky.
Yeah.
But if we lose it, do you think we're going to be rioting? Look. Get State Street out of your mind. State Street is its own part of the country. here in Lexington, they're going to riot no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay. Them college kids are going to be throwing couches outside the house, flipping cars, burning down the whole street, whole 9 yards. I know what they going to do. But as far as Big Blue Nation goes, I mean, guys, I don't think we're going to be super upset if the guy who assembled a team in 90 days loses a championship.
Yeah,
I mean,
for real.
Come on.
BC making good points. Where's BC at? BC got anything else over there? He's probably still watching. I wish he would have came on with us tonight. So,
yeah.
Anything else, 21?
Man, down with the Vols. Go Cats.
Gas your checks.
I can't believe we're in this position.
Yeah.
Right now, man. Been defending my Wildcats all season long, and I feel like I've been vindicated, So, I mean, it's a good spot to be in. I'll tell you that.
Don't stop now.
Yeah. Hey, if we're playing with house money, we should be going all in every single play. So
we all this aside, prayers for Juju. Juju did she get hurt? Was it
for her ACL?
Really? Oh my goodness! Dang it, dude! And Kansas State has to play them in the Sweet 16. Man, dude, I hate to hear that, man. For real, that has been the best game of the year. Man, dude, I hate to hear that. You guys have a good night. Go Blue. Hey, thank you so much. Say it with your chest, 21.
Hey, I've been trying to, brother.
Say it with your chest, dude. Kentucky by 2. Let's do it, man. So, well, hey, 21, man, thanks, man, for jumping on. And once again, look, I've been busy all day, but 21 hit us up and said, we got to go live. We got to do something. So, with 21, I got to try to match his energy. He's younger than I am, so I got to try to keep up with him. But 21, thanks, man, for actually putting out that for us to go live tonight. I appreciate that, but not disappointed. 21, go Cats. So, hey, guys, thank all you guys. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, or if you haven't hit the like button right now, please do. Definitely prayers out to Juju and her speedy recovery. She has definitely changed. She is, you got Caitlin Clark, who really started it, but definitely Juju has definitely carried the torch since Caitlin Clark has been out. And she is one heck of a ball player. So prayers up for her, for her speedy recovery and everything. And I hate to see that she got hurt. I hate to see that for anybody. So, guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. David, thank you so much. I will be doing a live. I won't have the game on. 21, are you actually streaming the game Friday night? So 21 is actually going to be streaming the game. But I'm actually going to be live with my reactions throughout the whole ball game. So if you ain't got nothing to do, if you just want to just throw on the computer and just throw us on, please do. We chat during the whole ball game as well. Please do that. We appreciate you. What's up, 21?
Before we get off of here, let me share a link to your Discord really quick.
Okay.
So guys, you'll be able to find me, and if you can't watch the game or anything like that, this link I just put in the chat, that goes to Mike's Discord channel or Discord server. You'll be able to find all that stuff over there. I'm not going to get too much into it, but you just click that link and you'll be able to find it, I promise. Yes,
and it's a good stream too, and I appreciate it, 21. Thank you so much, because I didn't know how I was going to watch these games, so I'm really appreciative for that. So, guys, until next time, you guys have been watching the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I'm Big Mike, down with 21. Big shout out to BC. Big shout out to 21. Jimmy as well too. So thank you guys, and until next time, go Cats.
Sir, go Cats.